Hello, dear chess friends. I would like to show you a complete beginner chess lesson. Today, I would like to start from the initial position and just to talk about the pieces. So there are 16 pieces for white and 16 pieces for black. So one king, queen, two bishops, two rooks, and two knights. We can say horse as well, both for white and both for black. In general, the aim in the game is to checkmate a king. So the most worthful piece in this game is king. So therefore, we have to protect the king. We have to hide the king. And in the end game, of course, the kings are main players to win a game. So briefly, I would like to show you about pieces, how they move actually. So first of all, I would like to talk about the pawn. There are, in the initial position, we saw 8 pawns in front of the pieces, other pieces. So the pawn, this is the initial position for the pawn, for the white pawn actually, and this is the initial position for the black pawn. In the initial position, the pawn can move either 1 square or 2 square, but after that, for example, after that, it can go only 1 square. A5, then A6, then A7, and when it reaches to the 8th rank, it can actually change to other pieces, not to the king, not to the pawn, but to the other pieces. When you actually put the pawn to the 8th rank, you can actually change it to the queen, knight, bishop, or rook. Simply putting the piece to the 8th rank. For example, a pawn here, just bring it here, take the queen, and just exchange it. Let's check out how actually we can capture the opposite pieces. Let's say the black has 2 knights near to the pawn, so we can actually capture one of them. When we capture with a pawn, we can capture diagonally, like this, or like this. Okay. There are en passant, but we can discuss it later. For beginning lessons, it's not it's a bit tricky for you probably. I just wanna that you learn the basic rules for now. Then let's check the bishop. There are 2 bishops in the, as you see, in the initial position. Black squared bishop on c1, and white squared bishop on f1. So actually, there are 8, let's say, files: the A file, B file, C file, D file, E file, F file, G file, and H file, right? And 8 numbers, as you saw. 64 squares, 32 pieces, 16 for white, 16 for black. Okay, let's go back. So we have 2 bishops. Bishop can move diagonally. The white squared bishop can go only to white squares, to E2, D3, C4, B5, A6, G2, or H3, and the other can go to the black squares, as you see, to B2, A3, D2, A3, A4, G5, and A6. Now we can look at to the rooks. In the initial position, we have 2 rooks, both for white and black. Rooks can move vertically or horizontally, either to this way or to this way, as well as this rook can go here or here, but cannot actually jump up to the b1 square. Okay. There is also queen. By the way, pawn value 1 point, knight value we'll discuss later, bishop value 3 points, rook value 5 points, queen value 9 points, and king value, there's no value for it, is limitless, most worthful piece in the game. So queen can move either bishop or like bishop or rook, like diagonally, as you see, or horizontally or vertically. Okay. And let's check the king. The king can move to the near squares, as you see, 3 squares here, d5, d4, d3, and also can go to the back. Okay, as well as here, 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 here. But pawn cannot go back. The only piece actually cannot go back in the game of chess. Okay, and the last piece, the knight, we have an initial position 2 knights. So knight actually, the only piece can jump from other pieces. For example, in this position, only knight can jump over the pawns. Okay, you see this as well. But other pieces are closed by pawns and they cannot move anywhere else. So the knight actually considered powerful in the center. So this is a central squares, and so let's actually look at knight on e5. So when we actually say the position of the knight, we say first the alphabet E and then the number 5, e5, knight on e5. So knight can go 8 squares from the central position to c4. To remember, you have to know that it goes like L, and the alphabet L. So let's look at like this, like L, like L, like L, like L. You see? Again, L and L. So 8 squares. But if we put the knight to the side of the corner of the board, it can go, as you see, only 2 squares, either here or either here. And the knight values 3 points in the game, like bishop. Like bishop, they both valued 3 points. So it means that one bishop and one knight can equal to 1 rook and 1 pawn, because it's 5 and 1, 6, and 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, great. And 3 minor pieces, we say them minor pieces, but we say the queen and rook, the heavy pieces. Okay, because they are value a lot. So 1 queen is equal 3 minor pieces, because 3 times 3 is equal to the 9. Anyway, I would like to show you the checkmate ideas. First of all, what's checkmate? If the king cannot move anywhere else and opposite side attacking to our king, it means it's mate. For example, I would like to show you one simple position. In this position, white king cannot move anywhere else. Black actually threatening to take the king. Actually, it's not possible in the rules of chess. In this position, king cannot move anywhere else, because it can go, as we know, 1, 2, and 3 squares. It cannot go to b1 because there is rook can take, and also not to the opposite, to the other king. It's also the rule of the chess, cannot opposite. But it if it was on b1, it can go to c2. But this is mate, because again we cannot go here because the opposite king. Also, I would like to show you a couple of other mate ideas like this. So we have two bishops. This is mate. For example, last move I play bishop f3 check, and it's mate. Why it's mate? Because king cannot opposite because of the other king, as well as cannot go to b8 because we have bishop controlled b8 square. Great. And last thing I would like to show you here, the basic checkmate, like let's say f4, e6, g4, and please find out the mate and tell me if you can find. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like, I will make other videos, or you can take my lessons as well. Thank you for your attention.